Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a video in the Vanguard ALC 90 on Fisherman's Bay Encounter. Now, in this game, I'm going to be platooned with Curtis in his Samoa SM, and it is going to be a tier 10 game, with a lot of tier 10s and 9s, and a few tier 8s. No HE memes this game, and the point of this game was, I decided I was going to try and get some spotting assistance. So what I mean by that is, in all the light tank games I've played, bear in mind I've grinded my way up to the tier 10 Russian light tank. I have the T100 LT, and I played a load of the French lights on my way to the Batchat 25T. In all my light tank games, I can count on two hands the number of times I have gotten more assistance than damage in a light tank. Doesn't really happen that often. I tend to go for damage in all my lights. So in this game, I've got my regular kind of standard loadout without the HE. I'm going to try and spot. It's a tier 10 game as well, so it makes a bit more sense for me to try and spot instead of actually trying to do damage, because engaging in gunfights with a lot of these tier 9s and 10s would be suicide, especially in the Vanguard, which I've said before, I don't think this light tank is very good. The gun is wank, the HE shells are wank, which makes them not very fun, but this is the only tier 8 light tank I had, so in terms of trying to get spotting, it's what I had to use. Although, I am going to wait for perhaps a deal to come out, and I want either the Turtle, that could be fun for HE memes, the Becky Lynch could be fun for HE memes, and even any of the German ones, like the new Trailblazer thing, the Hot Wheels ones, or the Aguila, which is actually a good light tank, in terms of view range, speed, the gun handling, and it's got HEP shells, so it's got good high explosive, in case I want the main. Basically, whatever next light I get a tier 8, I want it to be able to do HE memes a lot better than a Vanguard, which is basically every light tank anyway. Although I'm settling for the Becky Lynch, I think, at the moment, or the Turtle. So I was running backwards and forwards on the ridgeline here, but I'm not going too far in, as Curtis gets absolutely slapped by artillery. And the reason I'm not going in is because they have 5 TDs, including a Death Star platoon with a Jaeger, and I know they're at that fucking TD hill in the 1-2 line. So that's why I didn't jump over there earlier. So I'm staying over this side of the map at the moment. I'm going to go for this ELC 90. See, the minimap is close. First shot does his ammo rack in. I try to like sneak the second cell in, but it doesn't work. Now, Curtis has just picked up the Action 10 who was on 1 hit point. Only 1 point of damage, but he's picked up a tier 10 tank, which is really useful. And one with good view range, so it's good for me that the Action 10's gone. Curtis then picks up the VK, so he's picked up 2 tier 10 tanks. Not for much damage yet, but in your tier 8 tanks, killing tier 10s, always nice. Now again, I've come to the ridgeline. I'm not going to be doing much spotting here, because my other teammates who are on this ridge will be able to spot these people themselves. But, as I said, I'm quite wary of the Death Star and Jaeger, and I know I'm in a Vanguard, so, like, you know, I'm hard to hit, as people like to say, but I can tell you from experience, it doesn't feel that way, and I wouldn't put it past the Death Star or the Jaeger to just shoot me on the move or something. So, and they can both one-shot me, that's why I'm being especially hesitant. Now, other things to watch out for are medium tanks in your light tanks. As I said, the Action 10 is good view range, so him dying's really good. Camp Hunter 50T I could do with dying, and they actually have an M48 Patton, who again will be a right pain in the ass to deal with. And all I want is the Camp Hunter 50T kind of gone, and then I can try and be a bit more aggressive. And now that he is, I'm looking at the other side of the map. We've got a lot of teammates there. I'm going to jump over and try and start working that side of the map, which means I've now decided it's time to face the wrath of the Jaeger and the Death Star, because I just know they're on this side of the map. It's Fisherman's Bay. Where else would they be? Let's be honest. Now, coming to help the team with these guys first, in the cover, away from the Jaeger and Death Star, and what you're going to see is I try to pin the first shot, and now I'm going to go for his tracks. First shot hits his tracks and blow him off, and the second shot hits his tracks and doesn't blow him off. So right now, that's very bad, because he can one-shot me as well if he gets a small high roll. 10-5-E6 comes in like a wrecking ball, and just absolutely shits on me. Thankfully, the E4 is already fired, I believe. So I'm just going to get the fuck out of there, basically. Could have had a bit of assistance had I tracked the E4, because it looked like he already used his repair kit just before I started trying to blow his tracks off. Although at the same time, who knows, you could have had 2 repair kits. But either way, low caliber guns, especially on light tanks, can suck sometimes. It takes a few extra shots to actually blow tracks off. Now, I'm spotted, and you see me looking towards the where I think the TDs are going to be. And I'm moving to this little hill in these bushes, but I didn't know we're here until just now, so I realised I've actually got a bit of a safe space here below the gun line of a Jaeger or Death Star. And then I go around, I managed to spot the Jaeger and the Rheinmetall Borsig, but I don't want to push yet because of the M48 pattern. Trying to stay in the move. And I see again, I'm focusing my guns on the TDs, and I'm thinking about when to push in. And I'm talking to Curtis right now about the M48 pattern, and Curtis actually picks him up. So now I'm going in to spot the TDs. Unfortunately, I spot the Death Star, but before I can spot the Rheinmetall Borsig, he is going to pick up Curtis. But Curtis did his job. He got rid of 3 tier 10 tanks for me, including 2 tier 10 mediums, and that's what I needed. Risky peek on the Jaeger, Rheinmetall Borsig down. I'm fully loaded, which is good. And now I'm getting some assistance. And now I want you all to know this game is going to be a crazy amount of assistance. In fact, there are going to be people in tier 5 and 6 light tanks getting more assistance than what I get here. But you have to think on a person by person basis. I've got more assistance than damage right now. That just doesn't happen with me. In light tanks. I've got the back of the 432. I see the artillery coming, so I'm going to stay on the move. And I've got a bit of a long reload. And already, with the Vanguard, I know I've already succeeded. I'm not going to be able to get more damage this game than spotting from this point on. So, already I'm quite happy. 4,400 assistance, and potentially a little bit more, although with the team coming in, I doubt it. But yeah, any of you guys watching, if you're light tank players, you've probably been able to get like 5k plus assistance in tier 5 and 6s. But for me, I was actually ecstatic with this. I played a bit passively at the start, but again, you know, the fear of a Death Star and the Jaeger is quite effective. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to kill the artillery, and then I notice the Death Star is looking at me, so I'm going to try and run around this hill and escape. But I've never been around here before, and turns out you can't escape from here. So I was expecting to get obliterated. However, thankfully, perhaps the Death Star thought I could escape as well and turned around, or he thought because I was tier 8, I just wasn't worth shooting. Also possible. Death Star misses, he's now reloading. I think he's going to die before I can get a shot in, so I'm going to ram him. Not that it's going to do anything in a Vanguard, but, you know, worth a shot. There's my customary ram of every game. And he actually stayed alive long enough for me to pick up the kill. So, again, nothing crazy this game in a light tank, not 8,000 plus spotting. But thanks to us being bottom tier, even though I didn't do much, I actually got a first class mastery this game, and I made a decent profit as well because I fired no premium. 121k profit, 1,000 damage, 4,400 assistance, so almost 4 times more assistance and damage, and Curtis came 4th with his 3 tier 10 kills, which were all quite important for me. So yeah, nice little result for me personally in a light tank, and then I managed more spotting than damage. Although I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes and I could have done a lot more, but I'll work on that in the future. So thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.